Okay, what do you think about being a teacher in COVID-19 situation?
In my opinion, the epidemic situation of COVID-19 has changed the world, affecting people around the world greatly. People have to adjust their own way of living, whether it's working some occupation from working outside the home, it has to change to work at home. It including education must change from studying in the classroom to studying online instead. Teaching is very different from offline learning, especially teachers who have to invent new teaching methods to be suitable for teaching online. If a teacher in the present using technology to teach online would be easy. But there are also quite a few other teachers not familiar with technology in this era. I think schools need to provide teachers with, techno, with technology training to teach the use of programs and teaching equipment, and teachers must learn must learn new knowledge about the use of additional technologies to make teaching materials more consistent with the online teaching style. Okay.
Okay, thank you. And you, Sophia?
Yes, I agree with Faria. I think the COVID-19 pandemic has changed our understanding of the world as we previously know it. This lockdown that have been applied since the beginning of the pandemic have led to significant change in social relationship and education. Recent studies have pointed out that during lockdown has not only affected the mental state of students, but this crisis has caused teachers to suffer problems that are often related to a pandemic situation, such as anxiety, depression, domestic violence, and divorce. And this reinforces the importance of reopening schools and universities. Yes.
Okay, good. For me, being a teacher in COVID-19 situation, the COVID-19 pandemic has profoundly disrupted education system across the country and around the world. It makes changing what classroom and learning look like on a day-to-day basis. So we should turn everything into a school because learning must continue even if students are unable to go to school as usual. In many countries that have announced a measure to close school, government often come out with learning measures to support them, with various forms of distance learning by considering the condition of equipment readiness of parent, and readiness according to the child age. In many countries around the world, therefore, only online teaching and learning formats have to be arranged, although teacher responsibility is to help learner become better at learning. But teachers still have to design instruction for students through techniques such as using up-to-date teaching aids. For example, video and online resources is another way to keep students engaged and reinforce their understanding. Okay, I think there are many advantages of teaching and studying online, such as wherever you are, you can study, just have internet and reduce the burden of expenses because you don't have to travel anywhere. And so there are many disadvantages of teaching and studying online, like developing a relationship can be difficult. About direct exchange of experiences for students with a teacher and different, and Thai students still like the essential for like learning, like a quick place, learning tool and internet. Okay, for me, thank you. Okay.
Hello, Fitri. Hello, Vicky.
Hi, Nur Aini. Hi, Vicky.
Hi there.
How are you after graduating?
Oh, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Now I'm reading book to prepare the teacher's license exam. Okay, and you?
Wow, excellent. For me, it's not too bad. Fine. And I am also spend a lot of time to read a book for prepare examination about teacher license. And how about you, Noraini?
Yes, I'm reading for exam as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, so guys, have you seen the news yet? I will send it in chat box. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mhm. What is it? What about it? Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
A few minutes later.
Okay. In this news, what do you think if it is open to those who don't have a teacher license to take the teacher exams? In my point of view, I disagree with people who don't have a teaching license, but they can take the exam as a teacher. I think it is unfair to people who have graduated from the teaching profession because they had to spend 4 or 5 years studying hard, starting from first year, write lesson plans, learn techniques, and 1 full year of practicing teacher professional experience in order to be ready to become a qualified teacher. When it was changed to allow other fields who had only studied for 4 years to compete for the exams, I feel like I have been hijacked, which admits that they may have distinctive knowledge in a specific, but I personally think that in terms of ethics, professional love, and this teacher spirit are what shape those who study the teaching profession. In particular, the love of the teaching profession and the spirit of being a teacher is very important. And how about you, Fitri?
Yeah, I agree with you, Nuraini, because being a teacher requires cultivating teacherhoods and learning different way to teaching. But if allowing who don't have graduated from the teacher to take the exam is equal to taking advantage of students who intend to study to become a teacher. So I want to present that in fact, we should cancel the examinations or cancel the teaching disciplines, or by changing the opening of the entrance examination for those with Mathayom 6 and up, age not over 25 years old, who wish to be a teacher and come for the entrance examinations to become a teaching professionals, cultivate a teacher, teaching professions to be the most effective. By studying 4 years, after complete the course, begin able to become the professional teachers. So I think it's not waste times and don't spend a lot of money. So, and you, Vicky?
Okay. For me, I agree with you both. So I don't agree with that point because it's like going over the line of someone who graduated from the teacher's profession, which is quite unfair. And besides, those who are teaching teachers tend to study professionally rather to understand the essence of being a teacher, like specialty, ethics, and morality of the teaching profession. And who study in this profession really know how teachers should be. as my experience, I have studied in this profession. I mean about I study in Faculty of Education, right? Yeah, sure. It's quite too hard study because there are many things that we must to focus, like the management. When we are going to teach, for example, right? When we are going to teaching to our student and manage in the class, for how to create good atmosphere in the classroom and the impress relationship with our student. Yeah. And finally, in the daily life of teacher, not only teach and provide knowledge, because the background of to become teaching the content in every day must be like the lesson objective and the lesson plan also teacher should create too. And this is a little part of teacher profession, so that who will be a teacher should be a graduate from education profession. The students bring future also depend on the teacher's quality. Let's think.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay. Sorry, for now, this time I have to go education.
Okay.
So my mother called me. Okay. What
Okay.
else?
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Adnan Yusuf. My student number 036.
I am Sakina Yai. My student number 022.
My name is Hasani Manpancho. My student number 030.
Today we will discuss about how do you think online learning in COVID-19 situation. Who want to discuss first?
I, Sakina. Okay. I think online learning during COVID has both advantages and disadvantages. I will give an example for our current experience. Okay, the advantages are one, we have developed ourselves in terms of using technology to keep up with the event. Two, knowing to adapt. Three, learning new applications. Okay, the advantage of personal problem in the internet signal disconnection. Two, power outage. Our role is this. Consider learning to help yourself. Turn problem into learning opportunity. Okay.
And how about you, Hasani?
Okay, if you ask me about online learning in the situation of COVID-19, first of all, I would like to reminisce about when I was at Yala Rajabhat University. Oh, life at that time was so good. I mean, we had the opportunity to live in the university environment. We got to interact with teachers directly. As a result, our learning efficiency was great. The current situation when COVID-19 has spread to us and it makes us to sit and study online at home. Of course, it has both advantages and disadvantages. Let me talk about the advantage. We can live with family and study at the same time at home. Disadvantages are number one, we don't have the opportunity to study with teacher face to face in the classroom. This results in a gap with teachers and students. Number 2, online learning at home. There are so many things that are not conducive to learning, such as weather. Because of the heavy rain, thunder can cause the internet signal to drop, including the noise during class, the noise of cars on the road, the crowing of chickens, the noise of people. And do you know, when I have homework about video shooting, I almost cry every time, whether it is the sound of a rooster crowing or other noise. It's terrible, but I can't go through it. However, although online learning has both advantage and disadvantage, what we can do now is how to cope with it. We have to understand the situation. I hope soon we will go back to our former life and have the opportunity to study in the university for sure. And how about you, Adrian?
For me, I think online learning in COVID-19 situation is very, very terrible for me because I can concentrate on the content that teacher teach. As you know, I learn at home. Sometimes I have little work to do, and that make me not focus on learning. If you ask me about do you like online learning, I will tell you which I don't like because I have a lot of problem with it, such as internet error, people, noise, power outage. That is some problem that I have encountered. Okay, that is all today. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.